good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, we're gonna get the Tacoma down up here. Recently, I just put a TRD single outlet exhaust on the Tacoma up there. And I also earlier had installed the cold air intake. So we're gonna get it down. I'm gonna do a quick startup just so you guys can hear the cold air intake, because that's what I'm gonna talk about today, is the cold air intake. But I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna do a startup inside the cab and under the hood, rev it a couple times, let you guys hear, because people have asked me, do you notice any difference? Can you hear the cold air intake? So I'm gonna put you guys in there and let you hear from yourselves, or for yourselves rather, and let you make your own determination. Can you hear it? And then I'm gonna give you my impressions of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this down. We're gonna get started. Kind of stuff. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There was a cold start just off of the exhaust tip in the back. You guys could hear that. Now I'm going to set you up right in front of the truck here on the facing the cold air intake with the hood up. Start it up, rev it a couple times, and let you guys see what it sounds like. All right, there you go. That was a pretty close-up view. You guys were sitting right behind the washer fluid bottle right here with the intake right there. So that'll give you a pretty good idea of what it sounds like close up. I don't know how you could get any more sound. So now we're gonna hop in the cabin, fire it up, and then we're gonna go for a ride. Give it a couple of revs. No key beep, that's good. That's what it sounds like inside the cabin. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not hearing any sound from in the cab. I'll be curious to hear when I had it underneath the hood, because I obviously can't be in it, revving it, and standing in front of it and listening to it at the same time. But I'll be interested to hear once I play the footage back to see what it sounds like under the hood and on the outside of the truck, I guess, with the camera right there. So that'll be cool. But now we're going to take off. We're going to go for a little bit of a ride. I'm going to give you my impressions. This has been in for maybe a little over a week or so. So I'm going to give you my impressions of what I think of the cold air intake on the Tacoma. Okay, we're going to take off from a stop, let you guys hear the truck going through the gears. Here we go. All right, well there are some sounds, I guess, from the cold air intake. You know, we did the startup both from the rear to let you guys hear the exhaust, what's on the truck right now, under the hood with some revs to let you hear what it sounds like up close and personal with that cold air intake, and it was pretty up close and personal. And then in the cabin as well. And then we did the run out there in the street, 0 to 60. Let you guys hear if there's any kind of sound increase or any kind of note, I guess, coming from under the hood. My impressions being here live, sitting with it, I didn't notice anything as far as from the exhaust. I didn't notice anything from inside the cab. In other words, I can't hear anything coming from under the hood with that cold air intake. inside. Now, as far as the camera sitting, right up against almost the cold air intake, I'll have to kind of leave a little blurb down here once I play the video back and see if I can actually hear anything myself, because obviously I wasn't standing right in front of it when I did that. So, there are 3 questions to answer, I guess. One is sound. Does putting a cold air intake in give you any increase in sound? Does it change the note, the voice of the truck? For me, no. I didn't hear any difference as far as sound goes. Fuel economy. This is a tough one, because really I need a kind of a longer, and we will do a longer review of it down the road, but, when I put this thing in, I was getting about 13.8 miles per gallon combined, and again, I do a lot of lower speed, short trips, so it's going to vary for you guys that are doing more freeway stuff and things like that, but right now I'm at 14.3. So there is an increase of about half a mile per gallon. Is that attributable to the cold air intake or the exhaust or the combination of the two? Can't really say for sure. However, with the bigger inlet, the airflow accelerator that you put in at the airbox, between the airbox and the fender, it does bring more air into the system, and that should increase efficiency somewhat. So perhaps indeed I am getting just a little bit better fuel mileage. Nothing profound. Certainly not as much as what I've seen in the Tundra that I have sitting right over there. By putting the cold air intake and the TRD exhaust on that truck, it seems to be a profound increase so far. Performance. I'll go back to the Tundra again in my comparison. When I put the cold air intake paired with the TRD exhaust in the Tundra, there was a heck of a difference. At least it feels that way to me. The truck feels more responsive. It feels quicker off the line. It just feels better, faster. In the Tacoma, not so much. I really don't notice any difference. We did that little run there. Felt the same to me as it always has, minus the louder exhaust note. But I didn't really feel any quicker pickup. I don't really feel it to be any quicker, driving around, off the turns, accelerating from lights and stop signs and things like that. I really don't feel anything different there. So, I don't know. So, in the end, am I disappointed? Did this give me what I want? Did I waste my money? Well, first of all, I'll say no, because my whole reason, if you watch my videos, in putting this in, was aesthetics. I wanted the look under the hood. I wanted that red TRD lettering. I wanted that red TRD piping. We spend a lot of money on things that are no more impactful than that. So that satisfied that need for me. I was never looking for some big performance increase or fuel economy bump or sound or any of that kind of thing. Now, that would be nice. That would be an added benefit, I guess, if indeed I did get those things. Why not? Sure, I'll take higher fuel mileage. I'll take a little bit throatier exhaust, and I'll certainly take more power off the line. That would be awesome. But not going to get that. So, would I recommend it? Well, if you're looking for an aesthetic improvement, if you're looking for an aesthetic impact under the hood, then absolutely, because you're going to get it. It makes a big difference, I think. I think it looks fantastic under there. That's not important to some people. I know there's a lot of people out there who never even open their hood. So I guess it would be the guys at the dealership that'll benefit from getting to see that awesome, gorgeous intake under there. But it won't be you. So it may not be important to you. I don't know. But definitely worth it for me from that standpoint. If you're looking for the other items, performance and fuel economy and sound, I would say definitely not. And if you want to test it out for yourself, well, there's a simple and inexpensive way to do that. You know, basically, the only functional, I guess, enhancement that you achieve by putting in the TRD cold air intake is the bigger airflow accelerator. You know, that little insert or rubber grommet, if you will, that big piece that comes off of the airbox, which you do reuse, so it's the same thing, that goes into the fender well. So if you want to save yourself a little money and you want to experience it for yourself, buy that part. And then follow the directions, or follow my video where I did take that item out, the OEM cold air intake, or the OEM intake, and go ahead and put that inlet in. You can follow the directions, do it the same way I did it. You're just not putting that new red top on, and it would be pretty easy to do because you don't have to take everything apart and reassemble. So probably about a 20 to 30 minute commitment if you're looking to do that. So that would be my recommendation. If you're not interested in the aesthetics and you want to try it out for yourself, see if you can achieve any of those things, maybe it's just me. And we do have different driving styles, so maybe your driving style would be a little more conducive, at least to performance and fuel economy gains than what I've achieved. Who knows? Give it a try. There's a link down below to it in my Amazon store, so if you want to get that piece, you can check it out down there. Make sure it is for your truck. Depends on what model year you have, so make sure you do get the right one. But check it out. Again, it's not that much money to just try, and you're going to achieve the same thing, except for the oiled filter. If you really want to go all the way without buying all the plastic bits and tubing, you would need the oil filter as well, the TRD filter. Otherwise, I guess you just leave the OEM filter in there. And I may actually, someone had suggested going back and trying that. You know, do I see any difference between just the filter media itself? I don't know. I'm going to try it. We're going to see. So who knows? Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And leave a comment down below if you've done this. Am I full of hot air? Do I not know what I'm talking about? Did you guys experience some significant increase that for some reason I'm not? Let me know, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day.